saying anything, so I'm thinking I'm getting better. I just start getting into it. So I assumed I didn't get the job. I didn't get the job. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition, and the next audition, and the next audition. I prayed. I prayed. And I prayed. But I continued to fail. Fail. And fail. But it didn't matter, because you know what? There's an old saying. You hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. It was at the Court Theater. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior. The point is, every graduate has the training and the talent to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? Here's my second point about failure. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes?
Welcome to Expert Elite Class. Vince Tan here, and I'm really glad that you choose to spend your time to be here. I mean, you could be doing anything you want, but you choose to invest your time to be here. It tells me a lot about you prioritizing your success and your future. All right. Let me just make myself a little bit smaller here. All right. Okay, so before I start my presentation, right, there is 3 rules to my presentation, okay? Now, rule number 1, I need all of you to participate. So if I were to ask you a question, I'll expect an answer. But if you don't know the answer, it's okay, just have to type in a yes into the chat. Can you do that? All right, good. Now, rule number 2, I want you to go all in, all right? Because no one ever succeeds in life going in 10%, 20%, 50%, or even 100%, all right? I mean, people who succeed in life, they always go in 200%, 300%, or even 500%. And since you're already here, might as well go all in, all right? Don't be like some of those people come in here, halfway leave, and that tells a lot about their own future as well, all right? And rule number 3, I need you to take action. Because why? Because action leads to results. And the only reason why you're here is because I'm sure you want to get some kind of result out of this session. Am I right? So what I want you to do is that whatever I'm going to share with you, whatever knowledge, strategy, and wisdom, please take action by now, all right, after the class straight away, okay? Because the only thing that matters to you and I is only results. Can we all agree to that? Type in a big yes, all right? And yeah, just in case, just to let you guys know, I have got my chat to be private, but I can still read it. Don't worry about it, because I didn't want you to get distracted from the chat with all the other people that's in this session. All right. So, are you ready to get started? If you're ready, type in ready. Okay, good. So, how I'm going to structure it is like this, yeah. I'm going to, share with you a little bit of my background and story. And I think that's really important, because I want you to understand how, we all end up here today, all right? What's the reason behind it? What's the why? Why today's session? What's going on? What is the market trend, all right? So the next thing, after I talk to you about a bit about my story and background and this knowledge business, you will also know what is the current trend, whether is it on the right track and why you should be paying attention to it. And then after that, I'll be sharing with you the 5 secrets about this particular business. Why is this business so damn good, and what's the reason behind it, what's the 5 secret. And then after that, I have a very, very big announcement for every single one of you. I can 1000% assure you, you'll be very happy to hear the announcement at the end of this session. All right. So today we are going around 1 to 1.5 hours. So just bear with me a little bit, but I promise you it's going to be worth your while. Is that okay? All right. So what do all these people have in common? All right. We have this person here, Aaron. He specialized in teaching about sales, and he did about 3 million over the last few years teaching other people to be a better sales closer. All right. And this lady, Emily, she has this passion for tarot card reading, all right? And, over the last, I think within just the first few months, when she started this tarot masterclass, she did over 6 figures. And this guy, Roy, all right, from Singapore, he loved this topic of achievement, all right? And then what happened was that, I invested in him, and teach him how to run this business and how to teach other people his hobby and passion, and he did about 3 million over the last few years as well. And these two ladies, they are teaching women when it comes to healthy eating, weight management, and to be honest, it is really quite amazing looking at the kind of results that a student is achieving, and just by teaching that. All right, they did about 1 million, but there's a story behind this which I'm going to share with you, which is going to mind-blow you, all right? And we have Jess and Lucien, who specialize in teaching energy, right? How to be peak performance, how to get energy all the time. And they did 6 figures within the first year as well, all right? So the question is, what do all these people have in common? I'm here to tell you right now that they don't depend on luck, money, idea, or even prior experience, or even qualification. They only depend on one thing only, and that's the one thing we're going to talk about today, all right? So type in a yes if you want your story to be just like them, all right? Type in a yes if you want to get the kind of result that they're getting, and most importantly, that you want to be able to also serve other people and make an impact to people's life in a positive way and financially rewarded at the same time. Type in a yes if you will love that, all right? So what I want you to understand immediately right now is that there is a 7-figure business that is already in you, that is waiting to be unleashed. You don't have to create anything new or anything special. It's already in your head. Now, to me, that's the most amazing part about it, and that's the biggest leverage that you have right now with you. It's just waiting for you to turn on that special button. Is that clear, everybody? How many of you are ready to unleash that? Type in a yes. Okay. So, a little bit about my background. And you will see why all the dots starts to connect, yeah, all right? So I was born and raised in this Asian country called Malaysia. And, in a very typical Asian family where my dad is the one that always plays the bad cop, my mom plays the good cop, all right? Any one of you have similar family dynamics like me, where one of them is a good cop, one of them is a bad cop, gone or not? All right? So, but I was a very naughty kid when I was young, and I was very mischievous. And I started business at a very young age. I mean, at the age of 9, I think just before 9 as well, I started to, take magic color pen to the school and, try to rent out this magic pen to the kids in the school. All right? I don't know if any one of you seen this before, where you color all these different colors, and then after that, it can change color as well. All right? If you don't know much about it, it's okay. It's a generation gap issue, okay? So anyway, when I show off these colors to the kids, of course they go crazy, and then they're like, "Oh, Vince, can we have it? Can we have it?" I say, "Yeah, you can for 50 cents per stick per day, all right?" So I'm renting out this magic band for 50 cents per stick per day, and I remember I make like close to like 10, 15 bucks a week. And to be honest with you, I thought I was the richest kid in the whole damn world, because back then my pocket money was only 50 cents per day. And of course, if you wonder why I love to make money since young, it's because I love to eat. Okay, my passion is in food. By the way, just curious, anybody love food here? Type in food if you love food. All right. Okay, good. Looks like some of you don't say anything, means I guess you don't eat anything, do you? So anyway, after that, of course, every time I start a business, after a while, my parents sure catch me doing it. I don't know how Asian parents does it, but they always have a way to catch you. All right. So they shut out business, I'll start another business. They shut out business, I'll start a business. So, and then after that, eventually, what happened was, I discovered the internet at a very young age as well. I discovered the internet at the year 1990. Back then, there's no internet in my country. There's only internet in the US. So I need to make a long distance call from Malaysia to the US. And of course, long distance call very expensive last time, right? So I created a circuit board to trick the local telco so that I can call to the US for free of charge. And it looks something like this, all right? So don't ask me how I discovered this at the age of 9, but I guess if there's a will, there's always a way, all right? So I never looked back since then. I love the internet. And then by the time the internet came to my country 3 years later, I was also one of the first few that signed up for the local internet service provider. I was also one of the first few kids that knows how to design website at a very young age as well. And after I graduated from university, the first and the last job I had was being a lecturer in the university I graduated in. Actually, that's where I also found that I quite like to teach as well. But after 2 years, I stopped and I never had a job since then. I've always been, doing my own business. So I continued to, something that I always been doing was building website, making money from, people clicking on the advertisement and stuff like that, right? But of course, I was being a bit naughty. What happened was that, I got my students, I said, can you help me to create a software that can create, unlimited English content? I don't care if the content doesn't make sense to human being, as long as, grammatically correct, it's okay, all right? So last time Google not very smart, they just check for grammar mistakes. No grammar mistakes, they think your website is so damn good. So after a few months, I think my student managed to come up with a software, click one button, boom, thousands of, rubbish content will come out. If you read the content, the English is okay, but actually it doesn't make sense to you after that. You'll be wondering what the hell you're talking about. I just want you to click on the advertisement on me. So at one point in time, I had close to 25,000.com, generated over 5 billion pages of rubbish on the internet. In fact, so much of rubbish until I end up crashing the Google server. All right. Now I don't just talk. I'll just quickly show you this piece of evidence. To be honest, I was quietly feeling proud of myself, because I was thinking, wow, who can say that they crashed the Google server before? So by September 28, 2006 is where it happens. This is an announcement that was posted on Google blog to tell their customer if their server got problem or not. So as you can see, they say that performance has been sluggish. They could be the spammers. And then after 12 hours, they managed to find all my website. They banned everything. It was one of the saddest things in my entire life, to be honest with you. But in fact, I think it was even more sad than breaking up with my girlfriend back then, because when you break up with a girlfriend, you lose like $10,000, $20,000 per day. Okay, so I was making really good money back then, and then after that, all this thing came down. I was like thinking, you know what? I had enough of it. I decided to go from the dark side to the bright side. So that's where I went to an event called World Internet Summit. So World Internet Summit is like an event with many different speakers. Teach the topic of, for this particular event, teach about online marketing. Okay, how to make money on the internet. So I was very curious, so I went there and learned. There was this one speaker that teach about how to make money by selling ebooks. This is where my first exposure of selling information and knowledge, okay? But to be honest with you, I was super skeptical. I was thinking like, who the hell wants to buy an ebook? Like you cannot touch, you cannot feel. And we're talking about 15 years ago, but you know what? If the teacher say can work, means, it can work, right? So I just had to give it a shot. So I tried anyway. I came up with my first ebook called Essence Black Hat Edition. Now, in case you're wondering, what is this book about? Well, I was very good in creating rubbish on the internet and make money, right? So this book is to teach other people how to create even more rubbish on the internet and make money as well. So when I launched it in my first week, I did make about almost $10,000 in 7 days. I don't know about you, but to me, it was quite a big breakthrough for me because $10,000 is almost like 1 year's salary back in my country, all right? So imagine for a second, if you were in my shoe, right, and you're able to make like 1 year's salary within 1 week, doing something that you didn't exactly believe in, do you think that is a breakthrough for you, in your opinion, if you were in my shoe? I think yes, if you agree, it's a breakthrough, all right? Okay, some of you are not responding. I mean, I know you guys are quite high class. Okay, I'll go to the bigger numbers after. All right. So, for me, it was a breakthrough. And do you think I'll stop here or I'll do more? What do you think? Of course, I'll do more. Why would I stop, right? So after that, I went to World Internet Mega Summit, another event. Because why? I heard about there's one, internet marketer, one of the best in the world back then, flying all the way to Singapore to teach. He came from the US. So I wanted to learn from the best. So I went to this event to learn from this teacher. So I know some of you must be thinking as well, but Vince, I thought you know how to sell the ebook and make $10,000. Why do you have to go to another event? Well, I always believe in this one thing, yeah. If you want to earn, you got to learn. And you want to earn even more, you got to learn even more. How many of you agree with that, by the way? Type in learn to earn, all right? So I knew that if I want to earn even more, I have to figure out a way to upgrade myself, all right? There's always the next level. Whoever it is, even millionaire, billionaire, there's always the next level, agree? So I went there. After the speaker presented, he also presented some good offer, like coaching, mentoring, classes and stuff like that. So I did sign up for it. It was like around, if I'm not wrong, was like $5,000. It was quite a lot of money back then. But I knew what I wanted in my life. And two of my friends who follow me there at first didn't sign up. Eventually, both of them signed up for the same program. Each of us spent $5,000 each. So, but to be honest with you, we were laughed at in the event. People saying that, James, you're so silly. You think you're going to make money online by just learning from these teachers? You must be dreaming. So, to a certain extent, we nearly wanted to give up. But after that, I was thinking to myself, you know what, if we give up right now, they're going to laugh at us for the rest of our life, all right? So, I mean, I don't know how many of you got this experience before where when you want to do something new, you want to, explore a new business, a new idea and stuff like that, when you tell your family, your friends, and your loved one about it, there'll be one bloody monkey that's going to tell you 101 reasons why you will fail and why you will never succeed. God or not, type in monkey if you have such monkey in your life before, all right? At least one, I'm pretty sure you have. If you don't, later go to the zoo, all right? So after that, I was thinking, you know what? 3 hours at the end of the day, we flew back to our country and we decided we have to do something about it. We have to prove this monkey wrong. So we came out, we thought about it, we said, you know what, we're going to learn everything we can. And then after that, we're going to come together and come up with a project based on what we learned and make enough money so that we can go to the US and meet our mentor, all right? So that was the objective. So after 2-3 months, we learned everything we could. We finally came together and started the project. And our goal was to make enough money to go US and meet our mentors and, of course, laugh at the monkey at the same time. So eventually we came up with this project, super creative, all right? It's called Send Us to US. No, it's not a joke, it's real, all right? So obviously on the most left is me and the other two of my friends. So we came up with this project. In the website, we tell everybody that, you know what, we went to this event, workshop, we signed up for the program, all the monkey laugh at us, we want to prove them wrong. So we came up with a very good offer. Please support us so that we can make enough money to go to the US and meet our mentor and laugh at the monkey at the same time. Now, with this kind of story, you think we succeed or we fail? What do you think? Type into the chat. Succeed or fail, succeed or fail. Okay, some say succeed and some say fail. Okay, it's okay, I'm not getting angry at it, all right? But those of you who type in fail, you can leave the session now, okay? No, just kidding, all right? So anyway, when we launched this in our first week, we made about $69,000 in 7 days. So do you think that's pretty okay? Type in okay if that's okay with you. Okay, some of you are still not okay. I'll get there, okay, I'll get there, all right? But what I want to say is this. I mean, do you think we have enough money to go US? Of course we do. Not only we get to go US and see our mentor, we even, we visited him in San Francisco, JW Marriott. And then after we're done, after a few days, we went to Las Vegas for vacation for 1 week plus, something like that. It's our first time there, right? But, whatever happened in Vegas stays in Vegas, okay? So I remember we bought the first iPhone that time. And iPhone is like what, 15, 16 years old or something like that. So this project has been quite a while, okay? After that, I continued to do more product launches because that's the skill that I learned from my mentor. I did 250,000 in 7 days, 350,000 in 7 days. So I was really, really grateful for the skills that I learned. Because if you think about it, right, if I listen to those monkeys, in the event, do you think I'll get this kind of results? Of course not. And if I listen to those monkeys in the event last time, do you think I'll be here right now telling you and sharing with you all these stories and strategies? Definitely not. So the moral of the story is stop listening to those monkeys, okay? They don't add any value in your life at all. You better off make every single decision on your own. Even if some decision is not accurate or correct, but it's okay. At least you're fully accountable for it. Does it make sense to you guys? How many of you agree with that? Type in a yes, alright? Even if you listen to people, do you think you're going to make the right decision all the time? No. Why don't you just own up to it, alright? So after that, I was, they call me the internet whiz kid on the newspaper and stuff like that. But nowadays, they call me the internet whiz uncle because of all the white hair, alright? So after that, eventually what happened was some event organizers found me and they got me to speak around the world together with people like Robert Kiyosaki, Tony Robbins, Bill Clinton. To be honest with you, I really had a time of my life, alright? Because I realized that, it was very fulfilling. I mean, imagine for a second, right? If you can teach people the knowledge that you have in your head right now, and people's life become better because of your teaching, do you agree you'll feel very happy? I've been happy if you will feel happy about it. Of course, why not, right? So I was doing this every single week in different country for 3.5 years. But it was never like this. I have to tell you right now that, as I told you before, I was the nerd and the geek that sit behind the computer. I was the nerd and geek that people laugh at in school back then, alright? Being a speaker and trainer is the last thing in my mind, alright? So I was an introvert. I mean, you can see this photo, alright? I'm a bit shy to show this photo sometimes, but I have to tell you, because some people don't believe that, I am a nerd, 100% original nerd, okay? You look at my hairstyle from left to right, look at my braces, okay? But, when I was invited to be a public speaker and trainer, I don't know, for some reason, I fell in love with it. I enjoyed very much. I became pretty darn good in it, to be honest with you. And how do we measure how good? Well, basically, when the event organizers organize this kind of events, they pull the people in, they do all the marketing, and then the speakers will be there doing presentation. And at the end of presentation, the speakers will sell something, all right, product or services. And whatever sales made, then you have to share with the organizers, okay? So I was pretty good with selling on the